Welcome, Internet, to the Play Some Video Games podcast, also known as the PSVG cast. I'm Elaine. The Chuckleheads return of the Chuckleheads. It's like Return of the Mac, but not as good.
Return of the Mac.
There it is. That's what I was hoping for. I needed that. Dev is here. What's up, Dev? I knew you'd get that.
Oh, yeah. I'm chilling like a villain, you know what I'm saying? Just happy to be here. Happy to see y'all.
Oh, you're so happy today for a Wednesday. You're happy. I like happy. Tyrone Biggums, a.k.a. Delvin. What? Who? Sir?
Yes?
Sir. You okay over there, man? How's it going in Florida? Good. How's Florida going?
Drinking my energy drink.
It's an off-brand Red Bull with My Hero Academia on it, and I have questions.
Yes, All Might. He's the best.
I have so many
Only
questions.
in Florida.
Better than Superman.
Right. Oh, most superheroes are better than Superman.
Superman's trash.
Superman's boring, right?
Trash.
I know that people are going to get mad at me. I don't care. Superman is boring. I don't know what to tell you. Superman's boring.
Supergirl, better than Superman.
Agree.
Flash, better than Superman.
Agree.
Spider-Man, way better than Superman.
It's just Superman's boring, and he wears his underwear on the outside of his pants, and he's a boring man who's just like, I have to do good all the time. Oh, God.
Are we positive that it's underwear and it's not just like a pair of pants that
have
change color at the? It's like leggings
at the booty point.
Yeah,
what I think happened was
like it just changes colors on the area that he wants you to pay attention to.
What I think happened was his parents didn't teach him how to dress, so he always wore his underwear on the outside of his clothes. This was quite a problem for Clark, even in high school.
Look,
I was gonna say
this worked for Quail Man, but he's not. He's no Quail Man.
Quail
so I don't want
Man,
to hear it.
better
Quail
than
Man,
Superman.
better than Superman, right?
True.
And
Yeah.
Facts.
See?
True.
Yeah.
Facts.
Don't at me. Donnie, you're here too. Hi, Donnie. You're spicy today, right?
Am
I don't know. There was some. You're in rare form, I believe.
We're not even going to mention what he said earlier.
There's been some things. Some things were said.
He's talking about highlighting the parts you want people to look at. So I mean, he's still on that wavelength. If you
Here's
really
the thing.
think
I feel like all dudes want those parts highlighted, so you look at them.
No, not all dudes.
Not all dudes.
No.
Wasn't there a whole TikTok trend of dudes wearing gray sweatpants just to get people to look at it?
Look.
I mean,
You wear the gray sweatpants if you can wear the gray sweatpants.
right?
If you can't wear the gray sweatpants,
You don't
you
wear
do
the
not
gray
wear the gray
sweatpants.
sweatpants. I'm not going to elaborate any more on that situation. Not doing it.
I don't have the requisite parts to have this conversation. Like, I can't actually, like, I can't, I'm
You
scared.
shouldn't be wearing gray sweatpants. If you shouldn't be wearing gray sweatpants, and it's that simple.
Yeah, facts.
So many rules
Know
about
your
gray
role.
sweatpants.
Know your role.
Can I wear gray sweatpants? Can women just wear gray sweatpants?
Oh yeah,
No,
absolutely.
damn it!
Absolutely.
You don't get everything. No.
Oh, yes, we do. And
Put my
most of
foot
us
down.
we
Oh,
don't.
they definitely do. They can have whatever they want.
Right? That's definitely
Oh,
that's
I love
every
you, Delvin.
Women are
every
fantastic.
woman's life. I want everything. I want what you have, and I want what I have.
Yeah.
And I'll take what they're having.
Sure.
I would
You
love,
guys
I
just-
love it when women are in sweats. It's cute. It's
Yeah,
colorful.
that's true.
I love it.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
right.
See, yeah. We take things because we look better in them. This is why we take the hoodies. We look
Yeah.
better
I
in
mean,
them.
I always look better in a hoodie. That's just me. The hoodie was made for me, so I'm just.
It's
saying,
true. You are built
can't
for
take that
hoodies.
from
You
me.
are. You.
The rest of these chuckleheads, maybe.
I know you can keep the hoodie. You can. Donnie often has a hoodie. Also, Donnie's offended. Donnie's. You don't
I
have
was
to.
in a hoodie yesterday during elections. So my Monday was spent reading for elections. Yesterday was spent doing elections. Today was spent planning for a parade.
Yeah,
Had a long
see,
week.
You're wearing a zip up. That's not a hoodie, bro.
That is a hoodie.
Hold on.
Okay.
You need to get
Hold
over this.
on.
See what
Hoodie
you're
season
wearing? What
is
you're
the
wearing?
pullover hoodie.
What you're
That
wearing is
hoodie.
a sweatshirt. This
No.
is a
No.
hoodie.
No.
The whole idea of a hoodie
I can
has
see
a
that can
hood.
relax.
This
It has
has
a
a hood.
So you're wearing a pullover. He is wearing a zip up.
You have
They
a
are
jacket,
both
sir.
hoodies.
It zips up. That's a jacket.
You have a
not a jacket.
sweatshirt.
That's
No,
a
Every
jacket.
sweatshirt
This
you
is a
pull
hoodie.
over.
No.
You
If it
look
has
up
a
yeah,
hoodie
yeah.
season.
Holy
You
crap.
look up hoodie season. It's pullovers. It
It's-
is not the zip ups.
I mean, look, a zip up with a hood is more of a hoodie than what you're wearing, Dev, is a sweatshirt. Because a sweatshirt has no hood and it's a dad shirt.
No.
It's
Yep.
still a hoodie. It's still a hoodie.
Yep.
It still has a hood. It still has a
Hoodie
hood.
season is pullovers.
It's a
The
sweatshirt.
women, when they steal
with
the
a hood.
hoodies, they want the pullover. They don't want that zip up
I
mess.
have the exact opposite problem. My zip ups are all getting taken from me. by a woman. Like, it is, she ain't taking my pullover. She wants, yeah, that's right. I'm living your lives. This is what happens when you get a girlfriend. They take all your damn clothes.
All your stuff, all your good t-shirts.
And when your girlfriend zips down your zip-up hoodie,
it's all good. Yeah, it's great. I'm here for that.
Can't do that with
she's got a hoodie.
That's
she's got 2 hoodies, 2 t-shirts, and a pair of tights. The other problem that I have is that she wears the same size as me.
My case being made a lot, and your case being made less.
No.
Yeah, we have a communal wardrobe now. It's not mine anymore. I understand how this goes. I know my place. So this podcast is supposed to be about video games. Not hoodies.
Eventually,
we can talk about girlfriends. Does your girlfriend also take all of your food too?
We share food.
Oh,
I share my
so now
food.
it's
She
both of
shares
you.
her food. Yeah, it's
okay.
Well,
so
we're both girls. So
other men on the podcast.
Take situation here.
Do your significant others also take your food?
yes,
do you
too.
do you guys have the problem where they don't want fries, but they want your fries?
They want your fries. That's it. It's my wife. My entire wife's life history is, hey, do you want something? No, I don't.
No, I don't want it.
Don't
but
be
you
coming
get it.
after my stuff then.
And the
See,
fries
I
are
don't
gone.
do that.
Keep that shit over there.
I don't.
Suddenly-
She doesn't like what I like, so I always get exactly what I want, and it's mine because she's not going to want it, and I'm going to eat
That's
it
why we
way
like the
too
spicy
fast.
flavors to keep your hands off.
Donnie, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you today. This is when we start talking about video games, when you start talking about spicy as a flavor again, and my blood pressure goes
Spicier.
up. All right, I guess we're playing video. Oh my god. We're talking about hoodies and french fries, and I guess we're going to talk about video games. Guys, a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square.
Probably in
is true.
Canada. That's some Canadian nonsense.
No. In Canada, a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a moose. Get it right. Come on.
That's also accurate.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Sorry, Sean. All right. Are you guys... I hope video games are being played. Delvin, you never get to go first. Are you playing video games?
Nope.
You son of a bitch, you're killing me here. This is why you don't get to go first.
It's not my fault. I've been doing like dad stuff and grandson stuff all week. Only thing I've gotten to play is Guardians, which is still great.
It's still good. I started Guardians. I played the first 3 chapters. It is a chatty ass video game. They never stop talking. It's like y'all in this podcast.
It's like the movie. Like they talk all through it, and I'm impressed that they constantly have new things to say.
Yes, it's constant. It's constant chatty. The voice acting is good. I actually like it quite a lot.
Yes.
I like the writing. That game's fun, and I am pleasantly surprised by how much fun I am having with the Guardians game.
I agree.
really am.
A lot of fun, silly references. A lot of cool stuff happens in the game. I don't think it's... If you're looking for those big Marvel villains and things like that, like Dannohh or somebody like that, you don't have that here.
Right.
This is more of a self-contained story that's fun, and it's about the Guardians and them being a team. I think that's what's cool about it.
Yep. And I like that, though. It's nice for it not to be a production that's about anything but the main party for a change. You know what I mean? I like this more than I liked the little bit of Avengers that I played by a lot. It's also the squad mechanics are fun, like the powers that you can use. And you talked about this a little bit last week. Yes. I love that stuff. I love chaining that stuff together and be like, I didn't even have to shoot you. Things were solved for me. That's great. That feels super good. That game's good.
Only thing I have a problem with is it feels like it's so slow leveling up characters. It's not much to level up to his credit, but it takes so long to level up a character.
Do you unlock the outfits as you level them up, or are those some sort of paid purchase?
You have to find certain things to unlock outfits.
Okay.
Like little collectibles and things. And I'm quite sure they have paid.
Yeah, they probably do, because video games.
Yes.
It's already advertising to pay $10 for the premium upgrade to get one of the costumes to me, and I'm like, no,
it's not worth
I refuse. I'm not doing it. No, it's definitely not worth it. It's like going to GameStop for a steelbook. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
Where were you a few months ago?
I've been telling you this.
Telling you not to go to GameStop.
Not to go to GameStop. Didn't somebody put in the Discord this week that you could have purchased said steelbook for $10 instead of paying $13 on eBay?
I went to add to that story. I went to Best Buy to get it, and it was not $10 there. It was $20 at my Best Buy.
What is happening
wasn't a
in
Best Buy.
all of
We went
Florida?
to,
Yeah,
like,
you got to stop.
Bad
Look,
Buy.
we've
You
talked.
Look,
You
man.
went to Bad Buy and
Show
it was
them
yellow
the
with
photo in
blue.
our Discord, and they'll give it to you for that.
Yeah, they would have. They would have.
I didn't know
Best
that.
Buy is the world's best place to like rip somebody off. Like you just find anything listed anywhere else in the world for a price, and Best Buy will give you that price.
They match almost everybody. They're great.
Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't know that because I used to only go to
do
Best
you
Buy
not
for
know
because
this?
I'm an old man. I used to go to Best Buy for like Blu-rays, and there's no Best Buy near
Nobody
me.
buys
Bro.
blue. You live in Florida. There should be
I
Best
buy
Buys
Blu-rays.
everywhere. You
I'm
buy-
an old man.
Bought
I know
Blu-rays
these
this week.
things.
Yeah, you're
Delvin,
both
you
older
buy-
than me.
Best
so-
Buy is at least 30 minutes away from me. At
So,
least.
so
What's
it's an
happening?
adventure.
It's an adventure. Go find donuts nearby. I don't understand the problem.
Donuts is
Where's the
10
problem?
minutes away from me.
Right. So get some donuts, take a ride in the car, and eat the donuts yourself, so you don't have to share them. I don't understand. I don't
Elaine,
understand the
Like a
problem.
wonderful
I'm not
time.
ready.
It's a
I'm not
wonderful
ready to
day.
get in my sad man life yet of eating donuts in the car alone. I'm not there yet.
First of all, how dare you judge my life? Okay, I will
no,
eat donuts while I take a ride in the car. When
No,
the
no,
Krispy
Donuts in
Kreme
the
hot.
car is great.
No, there's a difference. Listen to what
You
she
better not
said.
be eating fucking donuts in my car.
Oh, stop with your. You can detail. It'll give you
Hey,
something to do.
If
Donnie.
I come to Atlanta,
Absolutely not.
I'm eating donuts in
You
your
be
car.
eating donuts
I'm
outside
gonna
the car.
get a
You
hot
walk
fresh
your ass.
Krispy Kreme.
Be walking your ass alongside the road.
We are going to be eating in your
Don't you
car.
need, Donnie? Don't you need something to detail? Let us eat donuts in the car. Then you have
No.
something to do. You have all these
No.
products.
I
You
agree
have
with that.
Powdered sugar and stuff out.
I'm
of
giving
I
you
wanna-
reasons to use all that shit you bought.
yeah.
No bueno.
First
No
of all,
thanks.
powdered sugar is no. Krispy Kreme, hot light, hot and fresh donut, in one bite basically.
Yeah,
I don't
you can
understand
eat
the
it while
problem.
you're in the store. You can grab that while we're there.
You are no
Yep.
fun. You are zero fun, sir.
I agree
Zero.
with that. Don't eat the
Zero.
car. Also,
You agree with
sir.
Donnie? I need
I
to
do.
lay down. I need
also,
to
like,
sit somewhere.
I can't be in a car by myself eating donuts. That looks
Why
that's
not?
disgusting looking.
That's
Why
fine.
not?
Just what the donuts gonna be in the passenger
You ever
seat?
like
Yes, you
drove to
buckle 'em
work
in.
and you
What?
stop and you get a donut? It's like,
Wait, what's your
do you
hold up
not
here?
eat it all in the car by yourself? Like, what is the deal?
This is like car fries. They taste better in the car. I don't understand the
No.
problem.
I can't do it. What if I'm driving down the road in this car by myself and Meg the Stallion just passes by me and she sees me with a
You should be
mouthful of
like,
donuts?
hey girl, you want a
You,
donut?
she
her a
would want
donut.
the donuts.
She would
Yeah,
want a
like what are you
donut.
talking
Offer
about?
her a donut. I don't
doing?
understand.
I can
well,
think of
hey,
very
girl.
few things to attract Meg the Stallion more than a box of
And a
donuts.
freaking box of
Popeye's
Krispy
chicken.
Kreme. I
That
can't
would work.
wait.
Donuts, no. Donuts not gonna work.
Women
Donuts
are
will
hard
work.
to fool.
Donuts.
Don't
If-
let them fool you. If you
Glaze
have
all over my
food,
mouth. Gonna look just horrible.
Donuts are definitely going to work.
Donuts will work. I'm saying this for my gender. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll take the donuts. Donuts, that will work. I eat donuts in the car by myself
Trust
all the
me,
time.
women have been approached by men with much, much less.
Mm-hmm.
Donuts get
Donnie,
you kind of
we
donuts
are-
like a foot in the door.
We are constantly approached by men
Right.
with far, far less.
Like
So
the fact
constantly.
that dude showed up offering a donut, like that stands out.
I
so
almost
it's winning.
Should be
I
like,
almost-
you've got
yeah.
15 minutes.
Let me
Make your
t-
case.
show me the donuts. Let me tell you, I
So
almost
I
got
should
in a
just start going to clubs and just offering women
With
donuts.
if I was in a club kind of
You'd be
lit and some dude
surprised.
came up with a box of Krispy Kreme,
Yeah,
you would be
you'd be
my
surprised
best
how-
friend. Yeah.
How successful that would work.
I don't even drink anymore, and I'd be like, yeah, I want a donut. Hey, how you doing? Like, I almost got in a fight in a parking lot of a like an Amish grocery store, by the way, like a week ago.
what?
So speaking of men coming at women with far, far less than donuts, I walked out of this grocery store holding my girlfriend's hand, and this old ass man whistles at us out the car.
Nice.
Like that's gonna like.
Was he in a wagon?
He
Was he
looked
in a
like he
buggy?
was sitting in his passenger seat waiting for his wife to
Oh,
come
he
out.
was a scrub.
Yeah,
You
he
don't
was
want no
gross.
scrub.
He was wearing one of
Was
those
it
old ass
Jebediah?
hats. Kind of, probably. There was no beard. And so then we go to leave. We're driving to leave, and he waves his fingers like jazz hands at us. And I was just like, I'm gonna fight this man. Then
That's
she's
like
like, please don't fight.
Silence of the Lambs territory.
It was very like,
Hello, Clarice.
hold
Right.
my hoodie. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. But
You
do
know what? I respect the whistle. What a dying art.
That's
Yeah.
a good way to lose a piece of your man parts.
What a dying
Oh.
art.
I hate.
An
There
art?
is nothing worse. That was it. There's nothing worse than that kind of cat call from a dude. That's gross. We hate it. Now you say, hey,
Man,
you
the
want to?
guys catcalled gals on my college campus with far worse than a whistle.
Oh yeah, I've heard far worse than a whistle.
I've been around construction workers. I've heard some things too.
Construction workers, you need to walk around like a club or something. If you
Walk
hear
around the
some of the
hood.
things that are being right.
I'm good. I'm
what
good,
I'm
trying to
thanks.
get to.
Hey, girl,
I'm
Doesn't
good.
make it
You
any
hear me?
better.
I'm good. It's bad. Don't
much
do that.
worse than a
Men
whistle
listening
is
to
what I'm
this,
trying to say.
if you find yourself thinking you should say that thing to a woman from across the street, don't. Please don't. We hate it. It's gross. It's gross.
It's worked for me.
Yeah.
Just give
Really?
him a donut.
Absolutely. it
What
has.
did you get out of it? A phone number?
Yeah.
Or a smack in the face? What do you consider
No,
working for
I've
you?
gotten- I've gotten a couple phone numbers.
Both. Delvin's like both. Smacking in the face.
I've never been smacked or anything. I may get like a dirty look once or twice, but I've also gotten numbers once or twice. It just goes to show that look, there is no, and I feel like everybody should know this. This is not news. There is no rule that applies to all women because women
No.
often would like to tell you that they're all very, very different.
No, we are. It's true. But
Some
like
of them find, like a person that's
you
confident and approaching and puts it out there.
it depends on what you say. The cat call whistle to me is a universal gross one. Like I really don't like it. And I don't know any women who do. I guess if you say something that's not super offensive, maybe.
I mean, I'm not
Maybe?
I'm not a vulgar cat caller. I can't. It's not something I do often. Haven't done in many years.
I was about to say you should probably not.
Well,
Your wife would be kind of mad. I'm just saying.
maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I have done it in front of my wife to make her angry, though.
Oh, that's not good.
You don't value your parts at all. Like, did you wear a cup?
I definitely
Like,
have done that just to mess with her sometimes.
I feel bad for this woman some days. I just want to be like,
I'm impressed with Donnie.
yeah, he still has all his bits attached or what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
That's
everything.
actually respects.
all right. That's all I really did this week was play Guardians, and I got a new phone. I bought the Pixel 6 Pro, and I really like it, and I highly recommend it if you are an Android user. So that's all I got this week, though. Dev, what about you? Video games?
All I have done is play Far Cry, and I love it. Far
Yep, good
Cry
man.
is just the place I want to be. When I'm done with that, I will probably play Guardians because people keep talking about it, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. But right now, I just want to get back to Danny and the liberation of Yada. That's it. I
That's
just want
my
to
next
liberate
one.
Yada.
I'm-
It's God, I love it.
I can't
That's
wait
your
to
next
get into
one?
that game. That's my next one. I'm going to
That's
finish
the
Guardians.
next game that you're going to play.
Yes. I know that Forza is out, Donnie. I will also play Forza because that game does not have a story, really.
Yeah,
that I
Forza's
care
like
about.
evergreen. You can always
Yeah,
play Forza.
I can jump in and out of
I think
Forza
Far
and
Cry
it's
is
fine.
evergreen.
Oh, I
don't
did.
think Far Cry is evergreen the way Forza is.
I can always race a car without thinking about it, though. Yeah. Yeah.
I said Forza is evergreen. Somebody told me it's not. Somebody said it has a story and you should play the story of
It has
Forza.
a story. The story is, yo, dude, do you like racing these cars? We should race
Right.
more of these cars. That's it. That's
Okay.
the story.
Yeah, that doesn't have a story.
It doesn't really have a story.
Yeah,
I will
you
say
kinda-
But I don't think of a game that has a story can't be evergreen either.
the trouble that I have is if I get invested in the story, I want to see it all the way through. And it's
Yeah.
really hard for me to go to something else that has a story also. I can do interchange with games that don't. Like I can do Forza with Far Cry, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the
So-
only point I was trying to make.
I'm
with
the
Far
same.
Cry is
Yeah.
Far Cry is an easy
Yeah,
game.
this
to
is why
juggle
I'm
stuff
only
with.
playing Far Cry.
because you're
I
invested.
won't play anything else other than Far Cry because I just want to see that story, and that's where I'm at. I don't juggle games. It's just not something.
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
Yeah,
You
that's
usually just
Devin
play
with
one.
everything. I think Far Cry is a very easy game to juggle. There's not enough narrative, and it's not often enough
Right.
that you would need to mainline it.
I guess it depends on how
it's
you
very
play it. Just
narrative.
like Ghost, if you
Well, if
play
you only
Ghost,
Golden Path it.
yeah,
Well, I'm not only golden pathing, but everything I do feels like there's some story element to it. Everything just kind of fits together for
That's
me.
not true.
that's good.
For me.
I'm glad you-
For
Glad
me,
you
it
feel that way.
definitely
Sure.
feels that way.
It's
that's
definitely
good.
not true.
Thing. I want to play that with. I'll probably mix that.
I've done
and Forza
dozens
together.
of missions where there's absolutely nothing's going on.
feel
You know,
like you
you'll
guys-
get like a radio transmission if you want to call that story, but no, I've played that game for hours without really moving the narrative forward at all.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. I don't necessarily have to move the narrative forward, but if it's a story that feels like it fits, like it's a piece of the narrative, it doesn't necessarily have to move it forward, but if it feels like it fits and it's part of the overall story, for me, that
That's
works.
fair.
And I appreciate and really enjoy that.
I felt that way
For
about.
me is the new clarification where nobody
I've
can just
always said
argue
for
with
me.
anything anymore. It's
I
just
always
said
for
for
me, the sky
It's-
is red.
So I should start doing that?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Good idea. For me, Earth
Don't-
may be flat.
Right. Yeah. That's
saying.
all that is now. Just
I
God damn it.
sometimes feel like after this, I need a Xanax. And I don't have them in my house. And I'm just like,
for me,
Donnie,
would
Donnie, what are you playing before I lose my goddamn mind? Tell me
playing
what
Far
you're
Cry.
playing.
We can
Okay.
keep talking about Far Cry. I mean,
Okay.
I got nothing else to really say. I'm just playing more Far Cry. Playing Dusk. I'm actually playing. I played a lot of Switch this week. I'm playing
Okay.
Dusk and Mario Party. And
Yay.
for me, these
For
are
crap's
the
sake, Donnie. Please focus.
Look,
these are two.
for me is mine. You find your
honestly,
own damn thing. Like Delvin changes his name.
Trust
for
Dev.
me is mine. Find
Dev
your own
Trust.
shit.
It's not yours. It's definitely
This
not
is
yours.
this is like when I listen to my children bicker and I decide how long I'm gonna let it go on before mommy needs a timeout. Like this is the same energy. You guys have the same energy today. I love it.
Okay, so Dusk and Mario Party are two of the better games that I've played on Switch. I feel like maybe 2 years. I'm really enjoying them
Damn.
both. Dusk is incredible. Dusk is my favorite shooter on Switch.
That's okay. The company there is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is it just an FPS? Tell me more about
First
this.
person shooter, old school,
Okay.
retro graphics.
Ooh.
It's built in like kind of an homage to like Quake, or like Heretic. Big horror vibes, really, really good level design and funny like enemies.
Oh, I like it.
Lots of secrets that are hidden, lots of switches to find, lots of tunnels to uncover.
Cool.
You fight I want to call them clan dudes. Like they have like the pointed hoods and stuff, and they like shoot like powers at you, and every time you come through they go like heretic, and they like shoot the stuff at you. And then there's like like zombie, dog, moose, deer things that come out.
I'm sorry. Say that again. Zombie
Yeah,
dog
zombie,
moose.
deer thing. Yeah, there's things like that.
Okay.
Canadian zombies. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say them Canadian zombies
It's
from up
just
north.
really, really good. I played it on dock just to take a look at it. Not my favorite way to play. This is like an often trend with me, but this one does something specifically that I think a lot of games do, where it has that like parallax, like screen door kind of effect when you really get to moving. Like I noticed a lot. I think the first I ever noticed on Switch a lot was Xenoblade, and then like the more and more we get like bigger games, I see it more often. I don't really know the exact term for it. I would love to see somebody like describe the but you can see it has like that kind of checkered effect to the picture, especially when the picture's moving fast. And so this has a lot of that. Playing on the OLED looks great, and I have no problem playing it portably. It's a great portable game. It's also on PC, so definitely go play it on PC. It's been out for a while on PC. And if you just really like those types of shooters, it's great. It's got a bunch of different difficulty levels. Every time you go between I'm just playing the campaign, there's like an endless survival mode. I don't know if it has multiplayer. I'm sure it does, but I wouldn't care to play it, so I didn't pay attention to it. But every time it's like, it's like, do you want the terror to continue? Press X, like type of stuff. Lots of blood, lots of messages on the wall. We were fighting through like a corn maze, like on a haunted farm, like with dudes with like pickaxes, and the sky was. It's like very like almost like Turok, kind of that way, like visually, and it just on Switch in portable, it is so. I mean, even on docked, it's so smooth. Buttery smooth, fast, right? Like you just keep going. And the first 2 levels, I had all kinds of guns, semi-automatic weapons, shotguns, double barrel shotguns. Got to the 3rd or 4th level, it took them all away and just gave me a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to like go through with a sword.
Yeah. All right, I'm in. Okay,
It's
I'm gonna
great.
put this on
It's
my Steam
really
wish
good.
list. I'm in. That sounds great.
I dare say it's probably my I feel like this is a hot take that people will
Donnie.
think that I'm saying this as like a knock against something else. It's like my favorite game on Switch that I've played this year.
You know what to
Like, I
say.
really, really like this
I
game.
can't
I'm
wait
having
for
a lot
chat
of
to eat
fun
you
playing
alive
it.
on this one. Whoo, that's a spicy take, sir.
I'm hoping Pokemon or something like hits it for me, but like I really like this game. I'm having so much fun. It's one of those things where I play it for a couple and I can't stop. Like I'm just like, we'll just do another level. Let's just keep going. Just keep pressing A. It's just so much fun to play.
I have so many video games to play. You are not helping. How do you feel about the Mario Party? Because that is
Mario
also
Party
on my list.
is great. It's fantastic. It's more Mario Party. It has all the flaws that Mario Party has always had, especially if you're playing the board game. It's very slow. Like it'd be great if you could, click through some of that. I think every Mario Party I've ever played have probably said the same thing. The difference being that this is Mario Party, the greatest hits collection. You could buy this Mario Party and be good for like 10 or 15 years. Like you don't really need to buy another Mario Party. It has, I have no idea how many, dozens, tens of mini games. They're everywhere. Like the mini game select screen in Mario Party Superstars is bigger than the Smash level like course select screen. It's
nice.
So small. The little individual tiles are so small that it's actually hard to tell what mini game you're selecting. They've got options where you can like tab to condense them to make them bigger. But it was one of the first things I thought of when I saw the select screen. I was like, I honestly don't even know what I'm picking. Because
random.
So many,
can you just random them?
You can just random.
Oh, hell yeah. Then I'm in.
Random them.
Let's go.
They've got all of your favorites from all the different ones. They've got, Sean, I meant to say on Switch. Dust's probably my favorite game of the year on Switch. Definitely not my favorite game of the year. Not even close. Let's not get crazy.
Everybody calm down.
Yeah, you can random the stuff. You can play the board games, local multiplayer. Everything is unlocked that I can tell. I haven't played online. Probably never will. Don't, never really cared to play it online either. I've heard it's good.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it's just greatest hits, there's boards from the first one, from the second one, from the fifth one, from the seventh one. They're all different levels. You can make your own character. You can like even give it like your own favorite ones. And it's just full of like Mario Party. And like I said, it's greatest hits collection.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I'm glad they chose to do that.
After playing Mario, the last one, and it was not great, but not awful, right? It was just kind of middling. This one, I'm like, I could buy this Mario Party, and I actually think having this Mario Party, let's say the next Switch is backwards compatible. Just say that out. I think them trying to sell me another Mario Party would be difficult.
This is how I feel about Mario Kart 8.
That's how I feel about Smash.
And Smash. They've created these
Kart,
this trifecta.
I don't feel that way. I think there's a few things you can do with Kart to get me back in.
What if they release an expansion pack with some of the greatest levels from every game? That's right. Like, that's what they're doing with this Mario Party. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if the next Kart will take that formula, because it's clearly been very successful for them.
Excellent.
Like, there are GBA levels that I would love to have. You know what I mean?
Mario Kart Ultra?
That would be amazing. Like Mario Kart Greatest Hits. Like, that would be. So I wonder if they're going to use this strategy, because it's a genius. You know what I mean?
I don't know what the next Mario Party would need to be to get me to buy it day one or at all, actually. Because honestly, when I play this one, I'm like, this Mario Party does everything I've ever wanted a Mario Party to do.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing more. It's not great, right? Like, it still has all the same Mario Party stuff. Honestly, seeing all the old Mario Party boards redone, that's honestly almost worth it for itself. It looks great.
I think it's cool. Great. I think they did a great job with this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Glad it's good. That I'm going to dig into with my kids when they get back from this mini vacation that they're on with their dad. So I'm excited. What else you got, Donnie? Anything else?
F1. I'm
because you're playing it with your wheel and you're happy.
Yeah, I got my wheel stand yesterday, and it was a great thing to come home to after the election. It was the election days. I started at 3 a.m.
Yeah, you got a long ass day.
I went until like 2:30, and then I came home, and my stand was sitting out in the driveway, and I had to put it together. And then I started playing with it last night, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing!"
Is the stand good? Like the one you got? Because I have a couple on my wish list, and I kind of want you to link me to the one you chose.
Okay, mine was built for the Logitech. It just so happens that apparently mine fits it, and it does. Mm-hmm. And mine I bought used. I got a sweet deal on it. If you guys didn't see in the Discord, I got it for $48, and it was acceptable condition from Amazon. And when I got it, like, it's scratched up, and it's like a dent in one of the bowls.
It's metal.
Like,
Who cares?
It's a stand.
Yeah, yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
And I played F1 yesterday. I want to say for like 4 hours.
Nice.
The trial is done. I had to buy the game. Okay. I went as far as I can in the campaign. I did as many as I could at Grand Prix. Here's the interesting. I misspoke last week. I'm actually glad you reminded me of this. The trial isn't for Game Pass members, and it's not an EA Play thing. The trial is just for Xbox. Like, if you own an Xbox, you can get a trial of this game.
Yeah.
it's not the 10-hour thing either. The Grand Prix is limited to 1 track. The campaign is limited to 2 missions. My thing is limited to, I don't know. I think like the first chapter. Like you can play like 10% of everything.
That's not
and
bad.
I was like, so I started looking online. I was like, I wonder when this is going to come to Game Pass. And if you're looking at last year as any indication, F1 2020 came a year after release. This game just released like this summer. So I was definitely not going to wait that long. So I picked up a used disc copy for $30.
Nice.
On Amazon. Yeah, and I'll wait for it to come in, and then I'll keep going because it's very, very good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit, and the racing wheel's making all the difference.
I might snag it. I bought an adapter because I have a Logitech wheel.
So you mount yours to your computer desk, right?
Yes, I go
so
desk.
You can put your pedals up against the wall
under the desk,
That's
and
good
yeah,
stuff.
and the shifter here. But if I want to play on the Xbox, I probably need a stand.
Yeah, you need a stand.
I own the Logitech G29.
Yep.
Which is the PlayStation 4 wheel that is also on PC. I wanted to use it on my Xbox in front of my OLED for Forza. So I snagged an adapter that lets me do just that. Worked right out of the box, super easy, gives me all my force feedback, lets you adjust the force feedback levels, which I really love.
Yep.
It's very tweakable. So now I'm just like, I'm going to put it on a stand and race the games.
I honestly didn't even think about it, but my friend messaged me yesterday. I was sending him some pictures, and he was like, yeah, make sure you plug it into the PC and update it, and I can change the tilt and the force feedback and
there's
everything.
a lot of stuff you can do in there, and then it will save it almost to the wheel, which is nice under a profile.
So I'm ready for Forza. I've got my stand, I got my wheel. I have yet to see
2 days.
a Forza Horizon 5 recommended wheel settings yet. I was hoping maybe somebody would break embargo on that early.
I bet you they'll be the same as 4, probably, or very similar. I think 3 and 4 were very close. I don't remember, though. It's been a while. So
I'm wondering, I'm a little concerned that there might be a hard adjustment period. Because when I jumped into Forza 3 that day, I was all over the place. I was like, I cannot play the game like this.
I was fiddling around in 4 and I was all over the place, but I didn't have the wheel on like a stand. It was just on a little table, and I was just testing it out to make sure that it was actually giving me the force feedback, and it was aggressive. So I might need to give it a little less. So we'll see. I'm excited for Forza. I'm gonna buy the premium edition upgrade off the Game Pass so I can play it Friday.
Sean says
or over the
breaking
weekend.
news, the Animal Crossing update's
The Animal Crossing update did drop early, so that's
nice.
Speaking of news, Donnie, you want to get into the rest of the news since we're in the news?
Let's get into some Xbox news. They announced that there's a partnership. There's an intent to have a partnership, a strategic alliance, which I can never not think of The Office.
Oh God, that's so true. Alliance.
Sega and Xbox and Microsoft announced the intent to complete a strategic alliance on Azure-powered cloud infrastructure. This is the same kind of alliance type deal that Microsoft signed with PlayStation and other folks when Stadia got started. We've seen them do this quite a bit. It really seems like there's a backdoor play for Microsoft to have like cloud game dev tools to like kind of be a big part of that, a part of the industry, which is interesting. And I mean, before we talk about Sega's Super Game, because that's also a part of this news, I wasn't surprised by this, and I don't honestly think it means a whole lot for us as customers yet.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I kind of saw this coming with how much they have partnered over Game Pass releases in the recent past. So, like, I thought something might be up. I didn't think an acquisition, but this kind of makes sense to me.
They've been such close partners for like a decade.
It's true.
Sega and Microsoft has. So I wasn't surprised. Sega also has plans to release a Super Game. They've announced this earlier this year, actually, and it came back up in this again. And the only thing that they've really talked about is like some keywords, which they've dropped as global online community IP utilization.
Yep.
The hell does that
That's a
mean?
bunch of mumbo jumbo that means big ass video game, and we don't really know what it is yet.
Yeah, they're trying to do some sort of massive online game of some kind.
Oh boy. Do you remember the shooter game that was supposed to be a massive online game that was a PlayStation joint?
Yeah.
What was that
Mag.
called?
Massive
Action game. Oh, this is what that reminds me of. Global action game. Yeah.
Made by Sega.
I'm wondering, knowing it's Sega, I'm wondering if it could be like something like crazy weird like PlayStation Home or something. like some sort of like
please
gamified app type network
Oh,
thing.
please don't do that. Haven't
This
we
is not
gotten
what we
past
need.
that point? We don't need
don't
that.
need
No,
that.
no one
It's-
is asking for that. No,
Sonic Universe. That's what it is.
No.
no.
That's what I think it is.
Good
It's
God.
going to be a Sonic open world universe where everybody can make their own dumb Sonic characters.
Well, can we change it from super game to stupid game then?
Oh, it's a dad joke.
I wonder if we. I wonder going forward if they continue to make a bet together, if we might end up seeing some sort of commitment from Sega to support Game Pass, like we have with EA, some sort of partnership like
It's
that.
practically there already.
Yeah, right,
Like
but
they
like
put
a-
like a dragon out so fast right
But
onto
a
Game
thing
Pass.
like out in front, like we commit to, like every Atlas, every game. Will
that
come
would be
to Game
lovely.
Pass.
Put the Atlas games. Can we just port the important Atlas games now, please? Can
Yeah.
we do that?
Yep.
Speaking of Game Pass,
Yeah, that's not the only Xbox news this week. There's actually quite a bit. The Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock editions come to PC as a part of Game Pass. Unpacking It Takes Two, Kill It With Fire, Football
name.
Manager 2022, Forza Horizon 5, GTA San Andreas, One Step from Eden all hit Game Pass before November 11th.
that's a list. A good
Those
one.
will join Skyrim Special Edition, Flight Sim Game of the Year Edition, Undungeon, and Evil Genius 2 by the end of the month.
Undungeon is such a stupid name.
That's such
Sorry.
a video game.
It's like infinite undiscovery. Like you've done it. You found the stupidest names. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just had to make right. You hear it and
That's
you're like,
good.
oh, that's right. That was a
That's
real
good.
name for a real
It's a
video
big month
game.
for Game
It is.
Pass.
This
It's a
is
lot
exciting.
Of games in Game Pass. I mean, It Takes Two. If you've got somebody to play with, it was really, really good. I had a lot of fun playing it. The little bit that I played with it, just make sure that whoever you're playing with is also a gamer.
Yeah,
It's
I was
not
just
like
gonna
that.
say this is a relationship ruiner if the person is gonna frustrate you. I will say unpacking. I've been seeing a lot of people post screenshots. One of my favorite is there is a GameCube. Unpacking is a game where you basically tell people's stories through unpacking their stuff and putting it around. Rooms and decorating rooms. And one of the items in one of the rooms is a GameCube. And a bunch of young ass children on the internet were posting on Reddit, I don't know where this goes. What is this? And I'm like, oh, the
They're doing
kids
that on
shouldn't be.
purpose.
That's great.
No,
There's
they're
probably
doing
a
that
little
on
bit of
purpose.
both.
They're doing that on purpose.
Garrett also reminded us that Age of Empires 4 is hitting PC Game Pass
Sure. Yeah.
soon too. That's exciting.
Okay.
Also in the Game
Stop
Pass, via EA Play, which is part of Game Pass, all members will get a 10-hour trial for Battlefield 2042 November 12th.
They can keep
I
it.
still won't even download it.
Wow, you won't even try it?
Nope.
I want to try it.
I have
No
zero
interest.
interest.
It's
I have EA
$0.
Play
Like, when I
on
mean I have
PC
zero interest, I
and
mean I have
PS5.
zero
I'm not
interest.
touching
You have
it.
negative interest if you're not
I
even
have-
willing to play it for free.
I have negative.
If a
Yeah, I've
random
also got
copy of Battlefield 2042 showed up in my mailbox, I would
You wouldn't
just
install
trade
it?
it in.
You could send
Yeah.
it to
Just trade
me.
it in. It would
I would
even
trade
get
it
into the
immediately.
house.
I would
just
give it
take
to
it
you.
in.
Charity.
Sealed copy. Give me
Yeah.
store credit.
I would
$5
give it to
bucks.
charity. I don't even want credit for it. Here, you take a little orphan kid. Play
it's-
Battlefield.
It's got to be the orphan
This
kid.
shouldn't be
Why'd
a
you have to go
surprise to
the orphan
anybody.
kid?
I've
they
basically
No,
did.
I'm not surprised by this, but
yeah,
y'all are
I've had
grumpy.
this since the day they showed it what it was. I was like, I have no interest in this game.
It doesn't have a campaign. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
What
I'll-
what I've seen from the multiplayer isn't captivating or really compelling either.
I am of
I
the
have a lot of
opinion.
friends who have
Yeah.
really enjoyed the betas. Like,
That's-
they
I-
really
yes.
enjoy that game. It's
Most of
just
the
not for me.
podcasters that I listened to talked about how poorly the betas have been running.
I mean,
I've been
that's
hearing that
It's a beta.
lot.
It's supposed
yeah,
to run like
that
trash.
doesn't surprise me at
But
all.
It's been
If you
rather
like
unimpressive.
Battlefield and you play Battlefield and you understand the systems, like the people who I talk to are big Battlefield people. Like
They're
that's
excited
their
about it.
game.
Yeah.
And they love this one. They love all the systems. They love what they're doing. It's like, yeah, it's glitchy as all hell, but I don't care because it's a beta.
Battlefield.
That's interesting because I
yeah.
didn't hear that much about like from the Halo beta, right? Like everybody's talking about how great it ran and all that type of stuff.
I
I've
think
heard
Halo
a lot
is-
of performance issues with the Battlefield stuff.
Halo is a lot smaller in scope, at least what they had
Sure.
the flights for too, though. So
I think that's why it was
Very-
delayed a little.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'll try it. I'm curious. I'm actually curious because I'm one of those people who wants to like Battlefield and I just never find the one. Maybe
I think
it's just,
I gave up
you know,
on that like
I
3 or
like
4
Battlefield.
Battlefields ago.
I prefer
Battlefield.
Battlefield to Call of Duty.
I prefer Battlefield to Call of Duty. I feel like I stay alive longer. I can actually enjoy it more.
As far as the multiplayer, not talking about
yeah.
the story part, the multiplayer.
No. Campaign,
me-
it's still COD for me. Oh my
For
god.
me, okay, I prefer Call of Duty.
Thank
Yeah, we
you.
know.
Thank you.
Not even
It's
close.
all about. Okay, what other news do we have?
You don't play
Sweet.
online, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you
I
don't.
do play online. I play Warzone. I play zombies. That's not true. You don't know me. Get out of here. Come on.
He does know you.
Marvel's Avengers is dropping the paid XP boost in response to
This
social
is news.
retaliation.
Like,
I would
I
pay
can't-
that
this-
anyway.
I mean, I thought we'd throw it in here because 1, it's a short news week. 2, we actually covered the fact that they put them in. So we might
Yeah,
as well
which
cover
was
that they
ridiculous to
took
start
them
with.
out.
It's ridiculous that it took them this long to pull it back out or that they put it in at all. I'm glad it's out. It doesn't belong there.
Yep.
So-
According to the Nikkei, Nintendo has cut production Switch systems 20% through the remainder of the fiscal year. Chip shortages. Nintendo can't make those Switches.
It's worth noting, it's like they cut it from like 28 million to 24 million or something ridiculous. That is still an insane number of units to produce this many years into a hardware cycle.
Yeah.
Like even with the cut, that number is nuts. So nice to see the Switch still doing so well. If you want an OLED, you better snap one up when you see one. So
Yeah, 'cause I don't know
they're
how
going to be
much
hard to get.
longer they'll be there,
Christmas is going to make them hard to get. So
Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold 155 million copies,
it's just bananas.
shipping 5 million copies in the last quarter. That means that GTA 5 has outsold the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. Speaking of crap that's been around for too many years and is still selling
mean,
super
hey, it's
well.
still
on
great.
3 different console
fantastic.
generations, so
It's about to be.
Still great.
Is it 3?
it's
Are we
been
on
it's been-
4?
it was on PS3 or PS4, PS5, PS3,
No,
yeah, PS3,
PS3, PS4, and now
So
it's not out
3
on PS.
console generations.
It hasn't been. It's not out on PS5 yet, though.
It's backwards compatible. People are buying it to play it to get the upgrade. So
And they're about to
going
release it again, and I'm going to buy
Yeah.
another copy.
This is crazy.
Another one.
Another one.
And
Nuts.
they've given it away for free, and they're still
Yes,
Yes.
gave it away for free on Epic. It was
Everybody
on Game
should buy it.
Pass. It's just
People's
game.
grandmothers are still buying this out clearly because they're running out of
What?
people to sell this thing to.
So
That's a
different
lot
than
of
any
people.
other successful game. Skyrim's
Yeah.
the same way. I mean, it's not. I'm not like surprised it comes out on. There's lots of games that have been
just-
out on multiple generations.
Yeah.
doesn't already have this shit. I
Like
don't
Braid
understand.
fits in the same way. You know, like Castle Crashers in the same way.
This is a lot of units to be sold of a game like this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's great. They're like banking money
it's,
on it.
It's not because the game was out on 3 console generations.
No, it's
There's a
just-
lot of games that are out on 3 generations. They didn't come close. Like 150 million sale is ridiculous.
How
That's
many units-
absurd.
How many units did Skyrim move across all of its nonsense? Probably a
good
lot,
question.
right? Like I would
It's
think that
about to drop a new edition.
Yeah, I guarantee you it's not.
Skyrim won't go
I don't
away.
think it's a 50.
I think the only game that comes close would probably be Skyrim across this many
I
generations.
58. No, the
58.
series. No. The series Elder Scrolls has sold 58 million copies.
Wow,
The series.
that's crazy.
Elder Scrolls
Morrowind,
5,
Oblivion,
Skyrim is
and
30
Skyrim.
million.
30
30
that's
million
nuts.
for
That's
Skyrim.
a fifth of this amount. That's crazy. That's bananas.
Like Animal Crossing and Mario Kart, right? Crazy Mario Kart's at like 38.
Yeah,
155. Like, it's absurd. It's insane.
it's like
Could you
ridiculous.
imagine if it was on Switch?
Right?
Oh my
I don't
God.
even know like if free to play games like reach that levels of stuff. Like you can't get free games to hit
The only thing
155
that's coming
million.
close to making this kind of money is Pokemon Go, which is still
Right.
banking a lot of money, a crazy amount of money.
So
Fortnite.
Cool.
I got some quick hitters. Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 are delayed. Surprised? I'm
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not
They
even
they
a
be
little bit.
having some problems over there that they need to fix.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, a lot of what we're getting today, and honestly throughout the next week, is a lot of folks are doing their quarterly reports. We're getting lots of financial updates from EA and 2K. I think Nintendo does tomorrow, Xbox. Like, we're getting a lot of stuff right now. Speaking of EA, they delayed their golf game. Lara
we're not
Croft,
surprised.
Guardian of Light, and Temple of Osiris come to Switch next year. Why even announce that?
why would you even announce that? Just have them drop
Those
when they're
games
out.
are so old.
They're
Those
so
old
old.
ass games.
It
Yeah,
is,
they're-
but
they're
it was
good,
Tomb
but
Raider's
they're old.
anniversary. It was the
Yeah.
anniversary of Tomb Raider. To celebrate, they announced that they were bringing Tomb Raider to Switch.
A year later?
Not the games that they want.
No.
B, ports of older games. C, they're not even out yet.
Yeah.
We'll let you know next year.
Look, I know that everybody's clamoring to get their crap in before the end of the year, but shut it down, shut up
Just
until
put
your
Lara
game's
Croft
ready to
Go
come out.
on it. Like you already have
That
Android.
was-
Just put that on Switch
And
instead.
it was
like,
super good. Put
Look,
that
I don't
one
want
out.
to be. I like Lara Croft and I like Tomb Raider. Guardian of Light, I played a little bit. Temple of Osiris, I don't think I've played. They're not bad. They're just not Tomb Raider games either. So
They're not the ones you want.
they're not.
I didn't play
They're not
either
the ones
of
you
them.
want. They're good. They're just not the ones you want. What else we got, Donnie?
Netflix rolls out Netflix games today on Android. It launches with Stranger Things 1984, Stranger Things 3. Get this, Shooting Hoops,
Oh snap!
Card Blast,
Oh no!
Whoa.
Teeter Up.
I
So I played Shooting Hoops.
Yeah,
It is not Shooting Hoops. I was very disappointed. I was like, "What is it? Let's see what the hell this is."
is it like a ring
And-
toss game at a carnival then?
It's weird, man. So basically, the basketball has like what looks like a pencil with an eraser on it. So
Okay.
wherever the pencil is pointing, when you tap the screen, that's what makes it jump.
That
So you
sounds
have
stupid.
to hit it and wait for it to come around or whatnot to make
Dear
it
Lord.
jump to get into.
I don't
the
like
basket.
this.
I
We
know
don't
they're
need this.
marketing and
It
they're
made me very
marketing.
mad.
They have like a backdrop of games behind the Netflix logo, and it all looks like a bunch of arcade flash games.
That's what this is gonna
Like-
be.
Yeah.
Connect 4
Yep.
and Solitaire and
That's what
stuff.
this
I
is
was
gonna
like,
be.
oh dear Lord.
Yeah,
I'm not
I thought it
surprised
was
by
gonna
this.
be like in the Netflix app. No, you have to download each individual game and then you log into them with your
It's
Netflix
just
account.
No, thank
it's
you.
just it's like a
This
when
sucks.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like it. Nope.
I would have personally preferred to see them keep it almost like a curated. I don't like the idea of them watering it down. That means I won't even ever pay it any attention. Like, but just watering it down with just junk, in my opinion. Sorry, developers that made Shooting Hoops. I would have preferred that they kept their games in their app strictly to properties that you can find on Netflix. That actually would have made more sense to me. I would have been like, okay. Like
That's what I
like
thought they were
Netflix.
going to
I like
do.
Tiger King. Here's the Tiger King game.
Give me
That's
the
what I put on
Midnight
thing.
Mass game.
I
where
want the
can
Midnight
kill the
Mass game.
vampires.
I finally finished the Midnight
Yeah.
Mass. Whoo boy, that was
so
that was really good.
What if we get the Shooting Hoops Netflix TV series?
That's what they're setting us up for. Garbage series.
Good
No.
point. Good
No,
point,
don't.
Tyrone.
That's not. I don't.
No.
Stop that. Stop
the
that.
next
Don't put
play
in
that
either.
I was like, the sad thing is that this is basically just to drive like engagement with their customer base.
Sure.
So like the next thing they'll do is they'll create like their own Twitter competitor, their own Facebook thing. Like here's the Netflix
God.
recipes section.
It's the Netflix metaverse.
It is.
It's
Oh,
the
God, no.
Netaverse. It's the Netaverse.
That's the thing. That's what they're all doing.
I
Like,
hate
is-
this. Please
Jesus
stop.
Christ.
Please
Yep.
stop. Please stop. Nope. Nope. Next.
Save us from. They're streaming 15 minutes of Elden Ring tomorrow.
Whoa.
I mean, it's out soon. There's a network test this month. Like, what? Just.
Elaine, you're the only one of us playing this. Is that
I'm
correct?
really. I'm not going to play the network test. I'm going to play this video
Correct,
game
the
when
game,
it comes
though.
out next year.
gonna
Yes,
play the
I'm going to
game.
play it.
You're
I'm
gonna play the
it.
game too, Devin?
Yeah, I like.
We hate ourselves. Let's go.
Railroad Martin.
I want to play. I want to play it.
You like Railroad Martin,
Don't-
so you're gonna play this game.
You-
You
you
realize
could-
that he just kind of made the monsters in like the basic framework. It's
Yeah.
not a story.
You sometimes you just gotta let things go,
just
Deb. You gotta
created
let
some
them
lore.
wash by.
No,
You
Railroad
gotta.
Martin is the dude. You know?
You're gonna play this game for 10 minutes, die 17 times.
He's gonna
The
get
sad
real
thing
mad,
is-
and then he's gonna come on the show and bitch about it, and it's gonna be funny for me.
The
It's
sad
like-
thing is I should want to play it because I'm really excited for the Amazon series, and I think the game looks beautiful. But
You're
just-
gonna get
I'm
so
not. I'm
mad.
not gonna play it. No,
Amazon
no.
series.
The whole
There's
yeah.
an Amazon series for this.
Yeah. It's like this
Really?
whole
Yeah, it's gonna
this
be a whole
prequel,
universe.
like the Rise of Sauron and stuff, like old Tolkien stuff. I'm
Rise of
very excited.
Sauron.
No, that's different. Railroad
No,
guy.
no, this is not Lord of the Rings. This is
Oh.
something different.
Elden Ring is.
Elden
I
Ring
got
is
nothing.
the next Dark Souls.
Never
Okay.
mind.
This is not the.
I
Lord
thought
of
it
the
was.
Rings.
I thought it was Lord of the Rings inspired. Is it not?
No.
it's not.
Never mind.
The guy
Never.
who wrote Game of Thrones. The guy who wrote Game of Thrones is
Not
making creatures
Tolkien.
from-
He wrote some world building.
Railroad Martin.
Yes.
Railroad
Oh my
Martin. Railroad Martin.
God.
Yeah,
Never
Railroad
mind.
Martin.
I love y'all.
I thought it was
Different
Tolkien
white guy
inspired.
with a beard.
This shows you how much
Different
I
white
have,
guy
I
with
don't
a
really
beard.
pay attention to it.
Dead white
Yes.
guy. Dead white.
Dead white guy. That
Dead
one's a
white
dead
guy.
white guy. This guy's still alive. This is
Yes.
different. Oh boy. Okay. I need.
I never
I
to be
need to-
clear.
I'd like to read this chat message from Sean out loud for all the audio listeners. It is so rare to see Donnie so wrong. I enjoyed that very much. Thank you, Sean. Do we have any more news stories while Dev gleefully giggles? He's so gleeful. Listen to him. He's so cute. Donnie is angrily eating candy. He's very
I'm not
over
angry.
us.
I honestly, I've never
No,
really
we're
looked
just
into
teasing you.
Elden Ring. I actually have all the Elden Ring stuff
Muted
on Twitter because Jeff broke
how I
that
hear
story like a month ago, and like they flooded his Discord and stuff. So I wouldn't know. I've never really looked
Yeah.
into it.
It's the
I
Dark
just
Souls
saw
people.
Elden Ring, and like
Your
the sky
brain-
was on fire, and I just assumed that it was. I had no idea.
So good.
I don't
All right.
play.
You're not going to play this because this game would
Hell
piss
no.
you off. You
Absolutely
don't have
not.
any
Absolutely
patience
not.
for these games. None.
I got nothing.
Next.
Marvel's Midnight Suns has also been delayed to second half 22. I wouldn't be surprised if it's delayed 23.
I was
think
going to
so.
say, yeah, like I'm not surprised by this story at all. I'm not going to be surprised by almost any delay at this point because one, the first quarter to 2 quarters of 2022 are stacked. And two, the residual effects of COVID and all this stuff is still happening. So I don't know.
Yep.
Well, I'm good. Push the video games out. Spread them
I
out.
also don't care.
Yeah, I
This is
also
a
don't.
card-based Marvel game, right?
Right. This
But I
game
like-
can go away forever.
Sorry, Garrett.
I
could
like
care less.
card-based
You could
games. I
cancel it.
care. I care. I'm with
care.
Delvin. I care.
Cancel
It can go
I like
away.
Midnight Suns, so
Yeah.
Ghost
Cancel
Rider's
it.
my dude. So I gotta
Yeah,
try.
you're not gonna like this game, Delvin.
It's got cards. Do you want to play cards? You don't want to
I
play
like
cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Who does?
Of course you do. Of course you
Yu-Gi-Oh's
like.
my
Why can't
dude.
card games actually be cards now? Like, can you just make cards anymore?
Yeah.
They do make cards.
You sound like the oldest ass man, and you're the youngest person on this podcast. Why aren't the kids playing with the real cards anymore? What's
Digital card
happening on
games.
this
Like, That's the
show?
whole point of cards. Like, just play the
No,
cards.
it's just like books. Books are digital now. What's the point of
Yeah.
having any physical media ever, right?
Oh, it's all about NFTs.
Burn it all.
Blockchain.
Have you ever been to a comic book shop? That's all they're doing in there, playing Magic the
They
Gathering.
play Magic. I still play Magic
All
with
the
physical
time.
cards.
I
Yeah.
can't find a comic book store. All of mine shut
You-
down.
So
Thanks
why?
to-
Aw,
like,
that makes me
wouldn't-
sad.
Wouldn't it be cool to have the Midnight Suns, the card
Fuck
game?
no.
They,
I'm quite sure they do.
They might do that. Like Magic does that. They have arena and then they have physical releases still. So like it's a thing that happens. You could do both or neither.
Or not?
In your case, Donnie.
Or not?
No, or not.
I'm with Donnie.
Play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Bunch of
I
old ass
loved
man.
the announcement. Like the announcement, this Midnight Suns thing happened. I was so over Marvel. My damn Twitter, like all video game Twitter, goes absolutely nuts every time there's a Marvel logo at anything now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the stream happened, and they flipped a card, and I watched all of the gamers just burn onto it. It was
guys-
so good.
Yeah.
They
You
were
enjoyed
all
the
so
Rickroll.
upset.
You enjoyed. Oh my God, you're a monster.
That's
You're
They
a
were
freaking-
all
ridiculous.
so mad. It was everybody but Garrett.
Yeah.
Garrett's the only person.
Me
that
too.
was excited.
I'm excited about a card game. Hi, me too. Garrett, I
it
feel
was-
you. My
was
I
dude.
love
Perfect.
Ghost Rider.
It was perfect, dude.
It's not a Ghost Rider game.
Then just play a
Just
Ghost
go
Rider
card
game
game.
or something. Like
It's
There
just a
are
card
no
game.
Ghost
How
Rider
can you like
games.
the
That's
characters?
the point.
There's
That's
no
the
Ghost
point.
Rider games.
Do you
Yeah.
play other card-based games,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
He plays Yu-Gi-Oh. He
like
just said that.
digital, like the video game?
Digital video
Yes,
game.
I
card
played the
games.
video game of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, there's.
Are you still
there-
playing it?
I haven't played it in a while, but I played it
How
a
long,
lot.
how long ago did you play it? Was this
How
on the
long
current
did you play
Maybe
generation?
it
a
for?
year. Played it for a
15
while.
minutes? 20 minutes?
Probably like 5-6 hours.
Okay.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
And
I
your
like
love of a one
Blue Eyes White
fictitious
Dragon, huh?
character
Yeah, right.
day
I
long.
sit
make
there
you
and
buy a
yell out
whole
the,
game and everything.
Yeah, sit there and
See?
yell out the trap card, Kaiba. Throw it
He's
down and all
also
that
playing
stuff.
by himself. He's not even playing this the
He
way
won't
it's
eat-
meant to be played with other people. He's playing by himself.
He won't
Yeah,
eat donuts
fucking
by
cute.
himself, but he'll play Yu-Gi-Oh by himself. Like,
Yeah,
look,
right.
everybody
Shit,
has their
Because
limits.
that's not sad. Because that's
got
not
you
sad.
there.
That's definitely gonna
My
get Megan
dude,
Thee Stallion to
you
be
should
like,
get the
nah,
donuts
Jack, you're
and
playing
play
card
the
I'll
games
say
by
this.
yourself. That's a bridge too far.
I don't have to worry about Meg the Stallion walking in my house saying, "Hey, are you playing Yu-Gi-Oh?"
Maybe she's way into it, my dude. Okay, like eat the donuts,
true.
play
She
the
does
Yu-Gi-Oh,
like-
live your
she
best
does
life.
like
Might be
anime.
into Yu-Gi-Oh.
She might be into.
Yeah,
She's
she is
into
an
anime.
anime, so-
She's. This is a terrible example.
You
You're
might have a
losing.
Yu-Gi-Oh partner. You can stop playing by yourself.
and someone to share your donuts with.
And even she doesn't want Midnight Suns.
Yes, that's the truth.
All right. This
Oh,
is, that's-
Garrett, has someone say cards?
Did someone say cards? He did.
Someone
I got you,
says
Garrett.
cards.
I say his cards. Me.
Says cards.
I says the cards, and I also say it's time for questions. Dev, do we have
keep it with Bland Explosion. We're gonna just take his question since he popped up.
Take Garrett's question.
He said, and it also goes into this whole delay thing. He says, with every game being delayed at least once since their announcement, do you trust release dates anymore, or are you annoyed with how game delays have become part of the norm?
Anymore, the norm. They were the norm 7 years ago.
They've been the norm for a while, and I think I've expressed
Last of Us
this.
got delayed like 8 times. Uncharted got delayed like 7 times. Like, this is just how things go.
It just feels like it's more apparent. Like it's just more everything, and that's mainly because of COVID. We got even more delays than we normally get. You know.
Yeah.
I don't care personally.
I've said this on Empire before. My issue is not with delays. My issue is that games get announced too early. As a general rule. And I really like the 6-month turnaround of this is the game and it's about to come out. And I feel like the closer you announce to release, the more likely your release date is locked. So I prefer that turnaround as opposed to the hype machine for years and then being disappointed. So
I would agree. But I also understand for marketing reasons, you know, like, it's very, very hard for some of these studios to sit quietly for 7 years.
Sure, I agree with that. In a perfect world, my way is the way to do it. It's not a perfect world.
Especially when they've got shareholders and stuff. Like, you don't have that option.
I don't care.
Dying Light was delayed for
shareholders.
How long?
We can't. Yes, it's
Dying Light is still delayed. It's delayed. It doesn't even know it's delayed yet.
Cyberpunk's still delayed and it's out.
Cyberpunk's no, it's not out. It's not out. Oh snap! Donnie got them. Donnie wins that one.
It's still in alpha.
Yeah, that's maybe
it's
generous.
just early access. Cyberpunk.
It's that's all video games now. So,
but I mean, I understand what people are thinking, but I think Dev knows this. I think we agree on this. I just assume everything gets delayed.
Yeah,
I'm never really bothered by it at all because I just assume everything will get delayed at least once.
Yep,
and I think that
same way.
Yeah, and there's such a tremendous number of video games now that it's not the biggest deal if something gets pushed by 6 months. There's probably something else you want to play in that time period. It almost feels good sometimes where I'm like, oh, thank God. That's one less I want, to play, and that's one less I have to juggle or decide. So there's a lot of video games, y'all. Just play any one of them.
Right.
Anyone.
Delay it. There'll still be something to play.
There's something to play.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're not going to delay Maddens and all the other
Right.
And good on them.
nonsense.
They get so much shit for providing an annualized game, and I'm like, what a service.
That is hard.
What a good job. Good on you guys. There's something to be said about that's my whole thing with Ubisoft.
They turn it around in 9 months.
That's my whole thing with Ubisoft. Everybody's like,
year.
they give me Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. It's like, yeah, you're right. Applaud them. They give you a game every year.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It's so damn good. Good
It's
on you,
impressive.
Call of Duty.
Impressive.
How do you keep doing it? Every year they're there. It's nice.
Yeah. Agree.
All right. Next question. Moving on. At TPR says, the voice actor for Master Chief is now in his early 70s. Who would you want to replace him as the voice of Chief for the foreseeable future?
I'll do it.
Anyone. The joke going around Twitter was Chris Pratt. I believe the Xbox account tweeted that, and I was like, very good.
Well, they keep that shit. No.
I don't want him, but he gets 3 lines. I don't care. Pick any
really
man with a grovelly voice.
Does he talk enough to have to for it to matter?
No, he doesn't. I don't.
Kratos. That's the answer.
Sure.
Just get somebody who can do an imitation of his voice. Who cares?
There's a million people who can get close to this dude's voice. It's not that. Doesn't feel that unique to me. It sounds like grovelly military guy voice. Anyone can do it, So, yep.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba's good. I was going to say Samuel L. Jackson.
He'd be somebody else.
I want to get it sassy. I would say
I find
Samuel L. Jackson.
Those folks would cost so much. Why don't you just find a guy?
Yeah, just get a
Find
guy.
somebody that sounds close and just pay them.
There's probably
who does this guy's ADR? Somebody does his ADR, right? You can just hire that guy to be the voice.
You could hire any dude in a dorm room who's slightly hungover and give him pizza and beer, and he probably could get close. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not something I actually worry about much.
No, I don't care.
With Mario or anything like that. We'll find somebody.
No.
Yep.
It's the beauty of animation and stuff.
Kevin said the guy that does Link in Discord. I'm like, Link has a voice?
He does.
Yes.
Like,
that was Mario.
What?
That was Mario.
Same thing.
Same thing. That's surprisingly good for
It's almost
Mario. So
Toad.
this
Yeah.
podcast has gone places, and I don't like them. I would like to get off the bus. What's next? Oh God.
Romaine asks, he says, do you like stickers or no stickers on your mug and electronics?
No
We should
stickers.
go to our mug expert.
No stickers.
Yeah, no stickers. I'm the same way.
I don't like
nah,
stickers.
man.
Hang on a
Things
second.
must be pure.
Why do you both have such strong feelings about this topic?
I like my electronics to be like you like your car.
Yeah.
How about them
Same.
apples?
But said
You
your
want-
mugs.
Mugs?
Except
I don't.
mugs or electronics. Same with the
Yeah.
mugs.
Okay.
Mugs I care less about, but they get like because they constantly get wet, they don't stay on, so they just get
Yeah.
worn off and look bad.
I
But
didn't
yeah,
know that putting stickers on mugs was a thing.
I didn't either. I don't do that. Like water bottles, like the sort of
Water
metal
bottles,
water
yeah.
bottles.
That's what he's
I
talking
would think.
about. He
I
posted
think
a
that's what he's
picture in the
talking
chat.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Water bottles.
I didn't even know that
Even
was
still, no.
All my
Keep it
mugs have
clean.
logos already on them. So
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
other thing. Usually you get it with the logo. So
You got the little.
Yeah.
Yep. I like things to be.
I
the
don't
way
like
they're supposed
stickers
to
on
be.
shit, period. Because stickers peel off. So.
Yeah,
Sticker
that's
bomb my
that's the
PlayStation.
issue I have with the stickers. I have like a box full of stickers that I've gotten with things, and I don't want to get rid of them because they're cool. But I'm like, what am I going to put them on?
Yeah, I'm not going to put them on anything.
I sticker bomb my PlayStation.
You did.
Really?
And then you bought new plates for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, yours is tastefully done. It's just,
Tastefully
you know,
done.
His sticker bomb is pretty cool.
Yeah. They
And
don't
it
do-
doesn't get enough traction to where they're going to peel off. But if it's something that's utilized regularly, it
Yeah,
just-
they peel. Do you know where I put them sometimes on notebooks? Because eventually I finish out the notebook, I stick it on a shelf, especially my work notebooks where I do keep my notes because I do need to refer back to them sometimes. I'll put a sticker or two on a notebook, but that's about it.
I haven't had a notebook since college.
I have to.
Trapper
Trapper Keeper, I have to physically write things down if I really want to remember them, not type them. That goes in one ear, out the other.
Yep. All right, let's get a gaming related one.
Oh, baby.
Nah.
So from 7 Gaming, he says, which games are top of the line in atmosphere for you? World building, colors, lights, music, etc.
Ooh. I
I
like
That's
have
that.
a very quick one.
Dev, hit it.
Death's Door. Death's Door.
That was-
Like that game. Woo,
They nailed it.
I still listen to the soundtrack like regularly. I
Mm-hmm.
loved the mood of that game. The mood, the colors, the sounds, just everything just fit so well together and just took me to a place that I have yet to leave. I love it. Can't wait for it to come out to PlayStation. I play the hell out
Yes.
of that game.
Delvin, what about you? You got one?
Mass Effect.
That's a good one.
The
It's a good one.
universe, going to each planet, and each planet feeling uniquely different. Even when you ride that dumbass Mako, just
Freaking Mako. I hate that.
it just feels so cool and so unique to just you feel like you're in another world, another universe, and it's cool. I like it.
I like that. Donnie, do you have one for this? World building?
All of my favorite games. I feel like these are the type of games. I mean, these are just usually the games that I try to go play.
Yep.
But I mean, it's honestly a lot of big budget games do this very well. You know, like
It's true.
you can make a case for a lot of the campaigns with Call of Duty. You know that they do this.
But what's the one that comes to your mind? The top. The
When
top.
I think of world building, I mean, I think of The Last of Us and Zelda.
Yeah,
you go.
those are good
you go.
examples. I'm gonna throw it back a little further. I'm gonna go Metroid Prime, the first Metroid Prime, like when the visor boots up and the music and the like sort of isolation and loneliness and the way that world looks and sounds. That game really had me in. That was one of those games that sticks with me. When someone says atmosphere, that game jumps right up in the front of my head. That was a big
You
one
know,
for me.
I think
Good.
Sean,
Make a
since he's in
trilogy.
the
I'll
chat,
play it.
I'll throw him one too. Forza Horizon, particularly 3, had such a really great vibe and like world building that that's where 4 really dropped the ball. Despite the fact that it was so much better in so many ways, it just wasn't as as captivating. I find that often with folks when I talk Forza. Most Forza fans that I've talked to, I think all seem to agree with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big reason why there's so much excitement for 5, because 5 almost looks like a return to that. Like the vibe and all of those stuff that they shown early feels like that.
3 was my favorite so far.
Yeah.
3 has not been unseated for me by 4. So I'm curious what 5 has to offer. I'm very excited.
BioShock as well.
And it was the the
BioShock
music, the
as
festival.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BioShock.
BioShock has that
good
too.
game.
BioShock I played in the dark with headphones on and it sits with me. Yep.
Yeah, like and that's sort of the thing where I was actually trying to think about it, because that's why I said almost every big AAA game, because I feel like most AAA games, or like big budget games, I guess is a better way of putting it, when you start building in cinematics and stuff, like that's kind of the goal. Like they're all trying to accomplish that. You know, even like what was the motorcycle PlayStation game, Days Gone?
Oh, I
It's got
loved that
tremendous amount of world building
Yeah,
and stuff
I
like
loved
that.
that game.
Infamous.
Death
same way.
Stranding did a good job actually of it too, but there are sometimes when people ask this question, for me, like Dev said, what's that one that jumps right to the front of your head? Like when someone says a word, it'll trigger a thought.
Yeah.
And that's why Prime for me, like Atmosphere, Metroid Prime. You know what I mean? It throws it from your brain. That's why, yeah, every game wants this, and lots of games achieve it.
Yeah.
But everyone has that one game that hits it just right for them, you know? So
I kind of have one out of left field that people don't really think about. Mortal Kombat 11.
yo, that game was good for that. I was just recently replaying some of that, and the way that the chatter changes between characters based on who
Yes.
you're fighting is really impressive. Like they went really in. They
And
did
the
a great job.
backgrounds and the things that are happening in the backgrounds that you may not notice, like other fights going on
So
and things
good.
like that. And even walking through the crypt where you kind of
Yes.
just walk through and see like the different things you can pick up and then kind of lore things. There's a lot of things going on in those Mortal Kombat games that people just don't pay attention to because they just think it's a regular fighting game. But there's a lot going on that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do a good job. Nice. That was a good question, actually. I like that question.
Yeah. Time for shenanigans.
Oh, baby. That's what we're here for.
Since the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays are coming up, what is the PSVG gang's perfect holiday dessert?
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Let's go Thanksgiving, then Christmas. We'll get one for each. Why not? We got a little time. We had a light news week. Donnie, what you got? What's your favorite or perfect Thanksgiving dessert?
Pumpkin pie.
It's pumpkin pie. You go straight up. Okay. What about Christmas?
That one's a little harder for me. I was actually going to listen to what you guys had, because I don't think
All
I
right.
associate
Christmas.
dessert specifically with Christmas.
That's interesting. For me, Thanksgiving, I'm more of an apple pie kind of girl, or even like a cherry pie. I like a fruit pie as a general rule over a custard pie. I like pumpkin pie.
Apple pie
Don't
makes
get
me
wrong.
think of Independence Day. Yeah.
Movie with Will Smith.
No, the actual holiday, like July 4th.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I grew up always with. Two pie. It was always apple and pumpkin pies on Thanksgiving, and what I would do is cut a piece of each, take them home with me, and eat them for breakfast the next morning because I was always too full to eat them after dinner.
Pie for breakfast is just
Pie for breakfast, hot cup of coffee, excellent.
Dude,
That's
yeah.
my favorite. That's
stuff.
my personal Thanksgiving tradition. Day after.
Yeah.
Dev, what about you? Thanksgiving
Sweet
dessert.
potato pie and
Good choice.
apple pie.
Good choice.
I go with both. Yeah. My mom also made this really, really delicious Jell-O mold that I am going to miss
I like Jello.
dearly.
I like Jello.
Like that was my thing for the holiday. She would make, when she made it, she would always make me my own and then wait for everyone else. You guys
You got
can
your
share this.
own?
This one is mine. And that
you
is
were
going
loved.
to hurt not having this holiday.
I feel you.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Delvin, what about you?
I'm going to cheat because both of them going to be Thanksgiving things because we don't really eat sweets on Christmas and nothing like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet potato pie, homemade sweet potato pie, of course, and banana
Gotta be
pudding.
homemade.
Banana pudding. Ooh.
Yes. My auntie,
Yeah.
With
Used to
vanilla
make me-
wafers?
Vanilla
yes.
wafers? Yes.
My auntie used to make me a whole pan for myself every Thanksgiving.
That sounds
That was
good,
a thing
too.
because I eat a lot. I love banana pudding. And I love sweet potato pie. So she would make a pie for me, and she'd make me a whole pan of banana pudding because she knew I
Aw.
love it.
Remember when arguing about German chocolate cakes and stuff?
Yes.
I mentioned banana pudding because on many occasions I've requested banana pudding for my birthday instead of
Interesting.
cake.
I like that. For me, Christmas is cookies.
I
Like
think
a
that's-
plate.
Same here.
A plate
Christmas
of like,
cookies.
and it's sugar cookies specifically, and these pinoli cookies that are like a pine nut cookie that my mom only makes around Christmas. That are the ones that jump out at me. But like, we don't make sugar cookies with sprinkles year round. Like that's just
I don't
a
even-
Christmas thing.
I don't like sugar cookies.
I like a butter cookie. Like these are not like cut the Pillsbury nonsense. She makes them from scratch. They're super good.
Yeah.
They're my
mom
favorite.
did the same thing. Also
Yeah.
gonna miss her Christmas cookies. I have the recipe for that, so I can make those.
You should make those. You should make way too many of those and then eat them
Yeah.
for breakfast every day. I don't do that all through December at all.
Gingerbread
Do that.
cookies are good.
And then also you got to get the tin, the blue tin cookies. You got to
I
have
want-
the tin.
Okay,
Oh,
my
yeah,
favorite,
that is
but
the
my
thing.
favorite game, like if you see the blue tin in your grandmother's house or your mom's house. Any other time but between Thanksgiving and Christmas is sewing supplies.
The sewing supplies, yeah.
The only time that is cookies is around Thanksgiving and around Christmas. Then you get cookies, and those butter cookies are so good. They're so good. Oh baby.
Delicioso.
I'm gonna eat so many
All
of those.
right.
I don't like those.
Of course you don't.
Grumpy.
Son of a bitch.
They're just kind of bland.
Damn, that's harsh.
Man, woo! Came in hot.
Donnie knows I love him.
It's love.
All right. Let's see. From the Winter Gamer, he says, with this weekend being Extra Life, where I will get to meet both Kevin and Josh, who is the one PSVG co-host that you'd want to meet in real life? And would it be to hang out or just to smack them in the back of the head for something stupid they said, like pancakes are the best?
Here we go.
Devin.
I have a hard time with this question because I've met Rebecca, so Bex and I have hung out. But like I want to meet all of them for different like reasons. Like yes, Delvin we have to have a conversation about pancakes, right? But I also want to give him a hug. Like I don't know. I can't choose my favorite child. That's impossible. I refuse. I can't do it.
We all know for me it'll be Donnie. Just that's my dude. Like, but I want to hang out with all of y'all, especially Elaine.
Exactly.
Elaine, you have all the toys, and you just feel like a lot of fun. Delvin, I feel like he's gonna piss me off, and I'm gonna have to hurt him.
You guys can have a wrestling match and just be like break hips and be like, we're too old for this.
we should totally choreograph a PSVG wrestling match.
No,
like do
we
it
should
Devolver
put them,
style.
or we could put everybody in sumo suits and see what happens. Inflatable sumo suits. No one will get hurt that way. We all need padding. We're too old for this
I need
shit.
a bubble. I'm
we need
I'm frail.
Oh, we could get those bubbles that you can run in. Just run them into each other.
That's true.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm a child, if you haven't noticed.
Can I hang out with Kevin and just follow him like SpongeBob did in the episode? Just say, "Hi, Kevin."
I like that your version of haunting people or hanging out with them is simply to troll them. Like, just, I'm gonna mess with you.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want to mess with you.
He's such
You
an
guys are
ass.
adorable.
Yeah,
Just
pretty much.
Ass. All right.
That's why we
One
got
last question.
Oh, baby.
This comes from Shepherd Zor-El, and she says, when will Elaine become supreme leader?
I was
Isn't
under
she
the impression
already?
I already am. Yeah.
Oh,
I need you. I left y'all alone for one episode and bad things happen. I still haven't listened to that, by the way, and I think I'm taking a trip to it. I'm listening to it this weekend.
Only the first 3 minutes.
That's what I'm gonna listen to. And then
only listen to the first 3 minutes, and that's it.
So when you see all
kinda
caps
rough.
messages from me or all caps tweets, that's probably what it's gonna be about. I'm scared.
I am
I
too.
can't
There's
leave
nothing
y'all
to be
alone.
afraid of. It's no.
Deb,
it's no
what did
worse
you
than,
do?
like, the beginning before this episode. I mean, it's fine.
Do you know?
It's much worse than the beginning of this episode.
Do you know when you leave your
It's up
dog
there.
alone for the? You know when
It's
you
up
leave
there.
your puppy alone for the first time out of the crate and they destroy something and you come home and you go, "What did you do?" That's how I feel coming back to this podcast after leaving him for a week. What did you do?
We got time. You can do more questions. It's only hour 13.
Oh, we
Grab
can
one
keep
more.
going.
Grab one more.
Let's keep it going. Let's see.
Oh, he wasn't prepared for more questions.
No,
This is
So
why
we're gonna
this
have
is
to.
why I said we should do more because we have so many. Now would be a good time to clear some.
We're clearing them. We're doing it. Just nothing too serious because you know how we handle serious questions. Build a bridge and get over it is how we handle serious questions.
All right, so Rude Days 93 says the 1 year anniversary is almost here for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. What has been your favorite thing, next gen features, games, etc., about both or either of the two consoles?
That's a good question.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary,
Happy
video
anniversary.
games. Donnie, do you have an answer for this?
Delvin, go first.
Okay,
Quick
Delvin,
result.
go first.
Quick Resume was so convenient and so cool. I love it. Like
Good
second
answer.
close up is the PS5 controller.
I was going to say the PS5 controller. That has been very impressive piece of tech to me, and I really enjoy. I enjoy giving it to people who aren't expecting it to make sounds and vibrate and be adaptive, and watching them freak out. That's really fun for me.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Good drop.
For me, it's probably Toss up between the controller and just better frame rates all around. Like
I knew you was gonna
the
say
fact that things have fucking solid 60 frame
Goddamn
rate.
nerd.
Look here, bitch. Just because you like running through
Dirty ass
molasses and your games feeling like you're moving in slow motion.
Teraflops and stuff. I knew you was gonna say that bullshit.
Hell yes. That's why you can buy the new system for better performance, damn it.
I'm gonna need nerd and look here, bitch, clipped out. 'Cause that's what's up. Look here, bitch. I want that to be my ringtone. I want Deb saying "look here, bitch" to be my
I knew
ringtone.
he was gonna get that bullshit answer. Ooh, look at the pretty teraflops and frame rate we got. Get the fuck out of here.
Look here,
It's not
bitch.
my fault
Jesus.
that you can't appreciate or notice the frame rates.
I don't want
my
to notice
God.
that shit. I notice it when
Oh,
I'm playing
boy.
games.
Just stop
Oh,
buying the
boy.
big TVs.
I like the big TVs.
Why you buy the big super TV? Huh?
So when I eventually have Meg the Stallion at my house, she can look and say, "Wow, you have a big TV."
While she plays
You
Yu-Gi-Oh
watching
and eats
TV
donuts
watches
with
there,
you.
That's the
Yeah.
whole problem.
Yeah,
Why
we
you
gotta
watching
talk
TV?
about. That's not how this is supposed to work. That's not. I don't.
You watch TV to get to. Never mind.
We're
Shut
not
up,
going to
Del.
discuss Netflix and chill with these. We're not going to do this
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
We're not doing this
Netflix
today.
ain't even, the TV's not even coming on.
There's that. There's also that. What do we need TV for? I don't understand. It's not how this is supposed to work. Does anybody have anything else for this question? Besides,
Don't say teraflops or some bullshit like that.
you
Look
said
here,
teraflops. He
I
said,
would-
"Look here, bitch."
I
He
said
said
frame rate. All right? I
Frame
didn't say
rates,
about no
teraflops,
teraflops.
all this other
He's
bullshit.
not wrong, Delvin. I mean, the performance has been a revolutionary leap forward in a way that we
It's-
haven't had in a long time. And
It's
I've
true.
been, I mean, I've just been enjoying the games. Like it was so funny because everybody said it like in the early release before these consoles got to us. You know, all the reviewers were like, it's more of the same but better. But then they would, like the OLED, they would also say the thing that you hear is, I could never go back though.
Yes,
And
that's
that is
the thing.
true. I can't
That's
go
true.
back. I watched Jack play my Xbox, my Gears Xbox, and I'm just like, oh, it's so slow.
It's the slow, like the quick loading for me. That's revelatory. Like I used to,
It
especially
even
at the
hurts
end of
on
the.
Switch. Like after I play Xbox for a while, I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh, be better.
When I can pick up my phone in a loading screen, I don't want to do that anymore, and I don't have to now. And I would go when they first came out, I would go reach for my phone when I would load into a game, because I was so used to like, oh, I'll scroll Twitter for 10 minutes while this loads, and then I would immediately have to put it back down, and that felt like very like, I get so much more out of the time I have to spend playing games now, and that's felt like a big deal.
For me,
Fast travel is actually fast travel. It's
Oh,
great.
it's faster now.
Yeah.
True. For me, I've really enjoyed the Xbox side of next gen. I think more than anything else. You mentioned the instant, quick resume and stuff like that. Those are things that I was just talking about it a couple weeks ago about Far Cry. Like I notice it when it doesn't work. I've gotten so accustomed to it always working that when it doesn't work, it bothers me. Like I'm slightly annoyed when a game either doesn't support quick resume or if quick resume causes errors. I'm like, what is this trash? Like quick resume has been but it's not even just quick resume. It's really just the whole Xbox message around the little box. I was, obviously you guys know, with me kind of leading the charge at Empire, but it was just a message I got really behind. I really was into what they were selling. Like their pitch for this gen versus last gen was drastic. Where I feel like the pitch from PlayStation from last gen to this gen was more of the same. And Xbox's pitch, for me, they just seemed to hit it. They had games, they had performance, they had the box. It was no frills, there was no gimmicks. The UI was out of the gate. I mean, it's just such a drastic difference from the Xbox we saw, 8 years ago. Like it's just a complete,
Yeah.
what they've done with their entire ecosystem, built around Game Pass, built around services to now. Even their dumb little memory card, right? Like we were seeing they were talking about heat sinks and SSDs and external stuff, and the Xbox just came out with this little card. They're like, here, just buy this and plug it in, and that's it. Everything with them on this side of the house just feels simple and like utilitarian. It's just like, here's your games machine. It plays games.
It plays games. It plays games fast. I'm excited to boot up either of these consoles to play games at this point. Like, it makes my game time feel so much more productive and fun to have these. I'm very happy. I'm really happy with where we're at a year in. I really am.
It's so funny because when I sit back and think of it, I'm not thinking about any like one specific feature or another. When I think like next gen, I think of the almost 100 hours I spent playing Valhalla.
Right.
And I was just so lost into it, and the game looked so good, and it ran so well, and I'm just kind of playing.
Yep.
Like, that's the thing. It's undisturbed play sessions. I'm just playing these games because they play fast. They're in 4K. There's nothing disturbing me. There's nothing that I'm, pointing out or aware of that's lessening my experience. It's just
perfect. You're playing games and you're playing them. You're in them quicker. You're playing them quicker. You're multitasking and moving between things quicker. It's great, and I'm really impressed with that. And I think this is where I wanted, because we're all older. We all have responsibilities and jobs, and like we don't have as much time to play. So when that time becomes more quality, that feels way better. And I think
don't even think about downloading games or updates anymore, because it's all set to do it automatically. Everything's pre-bought or via Game Pass and installed like my gaming experience is just unhindered. It's uninterrupted.
Agree.
Yep. 100%. It was everything that this generation does. It's exactly why I stopped playing my PlayStation 4 when I got my PC and got that up running, because it did all the things that I wanted to do. Like, it was no more waiting for everything to load. It was no more chugging around in 30 frames. So like now it's like, I don't even need to play my PC anymore. Just play PS5 does everything. I don't have to worry about upgrades or anything like that. It just plays the games the way I want them to play.
Agree. That's part of why I bought the adapter for the wheel. It's like, I could play it on PC, but I would rather just pop it onto my Xbox. It's faster at this point than my PC, and I don't want to spend the money to upgrade, so I'm just not gonna right now.
Even if you did, you couldn't, because you can't find parts.
I can't find parts, and I just don't want to. I don't want to fiddle with it. I want to push the button, boot the machine, click go, and go. And that's where I'm at with console games, and I'm really, really pleased with being there. So
it's lovely. Remember when they said console gaming was gonna die? They were wrong.
They were wrong, and this is pretty
generations ago at this point.
This is pretty spectacular. This is a pretty spectacular place to be with video games.
Yeah.
I think that is a good question to end the show on, because I really like that question. So we're gonna give a shout out to our Patreon producers really quick before we jump out. So a big thank you to everybody who supports us on every level of Patreon and tweets and in the Discord. And you guys are what make us do this nonsense every week. Besides, we like arguing with each other. That's the other reason. We like fighting over hoodies and food a lot. Oh, I guess we talk about video games. But an extra special shout out to our Patreon Patreon live on air producers: Michael Masick, Edwin, Calo, Stephen Keller, Nick Creature, Paul Callicoat, Kyle Haiman, Devin, Tyus, Josh Borbone, RJ Kern, Horse Girl 69,
nice,
Zach Adams, Joe Wilson, AJ Pentecost, Michael Taylor, and Trucker Slaw. Thanks, y'all. We appreciate all your support. Big fan. I think that's gonna do it this week. Are you guys good? You're good? We're good. So until next week, folks, play some video games.